Hi, I have a rant, and I am wanting this to be the last rant, like throat clearing video that I make in regards to like getting to the point where I actually start talking about what I want to start talking about. And yeah, so this is what's coming up for me. I today I had the intention of like showing up, doing my video. Like I want to make it a habit where I post a video every day. So I was spending like hours today trying to think of like what do I want to make my video on? Trying to think of like just like my topic. What am I gonna make my video on? What am I gonna say? What's the point of the video? Like the direction and like the message, and like I was like writing shit down. I was like doing like a voice memo to like try to get all my thoughts out, and it was like a whole freaking ordeal of me like trying to force out like this like perfect thing, like the idea of this video that I'm trying to create. And it felt so overwhelming. I like couldn't get to this feeling or to like the point, because I would write something down and then it would like connect to another idea, and it would connect to another idea. I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? What do I talk about? There's so much in my brain that I've just been like sitting on, and so many ideas that I like want to talk about and share. And I was just like, it was driving me crazy because I just also wanted to like not be like this huge long ass like convoluted. And I was just like, this is driving me crazy. I was like, God. So eventually like hours passed, and I eventually need to go to the bathroom. I need to eat. I'm hungry. And in that time where I had to step up, step away from the work, go to the bathroom, start making food, and I had some time to like some space to just like I could think about like take myself out of the situation and think about this situation, like. And the thought came up, and the thought that came up was there's got to be a way to make this easy. I know that's what, like, in my many years of like being in this like life coaching space, in this space of like entrepreneurship and like having a business that like feels like my own, that feels good to me, that's like right for me, the right fit for me. I know there's this concept of like, don't try to force it. Like, don't let perfectionism stop you from like just creating. And the idea of like, it could be easy, like it doesn't have to be hard. And then it just like occurred to me like that this is exactly like analogous to liberatory work. Like I am actually oppressing myself in the process of like me thinking it needs to be a certain way, me thinking that I need to make a video that's like perfect or feels just right, or it sounds this way, or it has this like whatever continuity, this message, and it feels like it looks like this. And like that is my own like colonization, like my oppression of like my free, my like fully expressed, like me being free to just show up as I am, like without it, like without forcing it. Like if I were truly free, this like concept of like me being like fully liberated and like being free to be me, free to express myself the way that I actually just feel. Like to be fully liberated is to like allow myself to take up the space and like be at the level that I am like right now. And I was just like, that that's it. And it helped me like breathe through it. I was just like, I am oppressing myself. I need to let that go. Like if I like this is like me walking the walk. This is me like understanding, like actually like realizing, oh, I was doing the thing that I didn't want to, like, that I'm trying to help people not be. Like, if I am to preach this like liberatory work, like of being free, like I need to walk the walk, walk my own talk too. And when I saw that I was doing that, I wasn't being free. I was just like, oh, that's what I need to do. Yeah, so that's what this video is about. I'm like sweating right now. Um, yeah, so that's essentially the point of this video. I had this concept of like, I really want this video, like my content to like be clear, coherent, like have a clear message. Like I want it to be good, right? Like that in itself isn't bad or wrong, but it's limiting in the sense that I wouldn't allow myself to even start unless it fit my idea of like how I wanted it to feel. Like it needed to feel so a certain way in this like container of like appropriateness. It needs to like be good enough. Like my idea needed to be good enough. Like the message needed to be good enough. Like there was this concept of like it needed to feel right, and I couldn't get it to feel right. Like just that idea in itself, the feel right. And if it's not right, I didn't allow myself to start. I didn't allow myself to be. Like the work is always to allow yourself to just be, to just exist. However you feel on the inside gets to be expressed on the outside. That is pure presence. That's what being free is. Like you're allowing yourself to take up the space that where you're at now. And I think like the anxiety that we face, like the reason why we don't really allow ourselves to be just where we are, who we are, what we are in the present moment is because we have these concepts. We've been fed these concepts and these images of like what to compare ourselves to. Like there is a appropriate way to be. Like we've been taught like there is good. There's like a way to be good at something or be good as a person or whatever that you're trying to achieve. And like speaking specifically for what I'm doing, like creating content, like I'm consuming content all the time. I'm not being fed like people who are just beginners making sloppy, rambly, messy content. Like I'm not seeing that. Like it's not showing up in my feed, so I don't have the sense of like it's okay to make content where I am just inexperienced, rambly, not very coherent beginner. Like because I don't see it, it feels like it doesn't get to exist. I shouldn't make it. I want to be like at the same level. I want to be like the other content that I'm seeing. Like I want to not only fit in, there's this idea of like needing to fit in, needing to like measure up, and just like the desire to like be at a higher level than where I am right now. Like right now I'm still a beginner, but I want to be good. Like there's the desire to like be beyond where I am. Just like it's better to be good because there's accolades and there's like success there and there's like money there. Like so obviously you want to be like at a higher level at some place down the line, rather than just like where we are, because where we are doesn't feel good enough yet, especially if we just like started out. It's like uncomfortable, it's new, we're not good at whatever we're first trying out, and that's like embarrassing and painful, and it's like vulnerable, like you're not seeing anybody else like you in the space, so it's scary scary to be seen as different and weird, and that's what we need to overcome, because that too is an illusion. Like, it's a natural thing to feel. Evolutionarily, it was not advantageous to stand out. It was dangerous to stand out and not be like the pack, not be like the tribe. Because when you stand out, you are more vulnerable to being like attacked. You want to have the safety of the tribe to fit in with everybody else, and not stand out to predators. But we don't live that way anymore. Our growth is in challenging ourselves. Our growth is in challenging conventions, in pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones. When we do that, when we do risk looking different and doing things different and standing out, we expand ourselves and our lives. And that's how we advance in our personal development. Like, when we stay the same, nothing really changes in our life. And I want to say there's nothing wrong with not changing, because that too is an oppressive thought. Like, you must change, you must grow, because it's better to change and it's better to grow as a person. I am not advocating for growth for the sake of growth, changing for the sake of changing because it is better. I'm not using speaking in terms of better or worse, what's good and what's bad. These binaries are part of the problem. The binaries is part of the colonization of our mind, thinking that there's certain ways of being and there's worse ways of being and better ways of being in general. But what I want to emphasize, like the idea that I have, is that there's not general, like universal, this is better and this is worse for everybody. There's better and worse for yourself though, and that's what everyone needs to take the time to figure out for themselves. Like, we need to be the ones deciding how we want our life to look and feel for ourselves. And another thought that came up is, because we want to be conscious of how we are living, because our lives, how we show up, our energy, our thoughts, our behaviors, our patterns, our habits affects our environment around us. Our energy affects our environment around us, and it ripples out in every direction in an infinite amount of ways. So how we are, how we show up, how we feel, how we think, and feel and live our own lives is connected to the collective. So this is a super important concept that helps us understand our interconnectedness. Like, every individual is part of this bigger system, is part of the collective. And once you understand how the individual, how you as a person living your life affects everything else, everybody else, the world, the universe, because it ripples out, because your energy affects everything around you, because everything is energy. Like, I don't know if I have time to explain how everything is energy, but you are affecting the world just by how you show up in the world. Even if it just feels like you are only living your life in your like little space on the planet, it ripples out. It does. Your energy does. Because we don't live in a vacuum. Our action touches people in your immediate environment, in your immediate vicinity. And those people who are affected by you immediately, like, they are interacting with their world around them. And every point of contact, even just the space around you, is affected by your energy. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that, but it's just as, I want to say, over dramatic, but honestly, it just makes me feel it's so important. It's so important that we see how like important we are, how we are showing up, how our lives are, our happiness, our growth, our evolution, our energy, like the lives that we live, and how we are showing up in the world, showing up in our own lives and in the lives of the people around us. It matters because it affects the world as it ripples out. Like, I need you to understand that. Because if the ultimate goal is to make the world a better place, which is always the goal, we need to start living more consciously, more intentionally. We need to recognize our own role in our life and take accountability for our role that we play in our own lives and the role that we play in the grand scheme of things, in the betterment of, in this mission towards collective liberation. Like, it sounds so dramatic, but this is the thing. This is really the thing. I don't know why it makes me laugh. It sounds so dramatic, but I feel so strongly about it. Like, this is why, like, me showing up like this, being honest, being authentic, showing you myself, giving you my energy, like sharing my heart. Like, these are the most vulnerable, it makes me feel so weird because I don't see anybody else like talking like this, like with this type of, I don't know, mania about helping the world be a better place. Like, hearing those words just feels so cheesy, but it just is what it is. Like, it's it's just true. That's like the only thing that really truly matters. Like, in the big picture. I don't know why it feels so important to me. Like, why do I care that much? I can't rationalize it. I just feel like it's important. Like, I'm not trying. Something in me just feels like my role to play is this. And I need to show up like this. Like, this is specifically me being Amanda. And none of this really makes sense. I don't really know where I'm going with this. But honestly, this is just how I feel. And I'm trying to make this my last, like giving myself permission to be myself kind of video. And at the same time, like, in that same vein, like, if you need permission for you to show up like as yourself at like the very beginner level, you want to try something and it feels scary and vulnerable because you don't see any other beginners being bad and messy doing the thing that you want to do, like, you have permission to take up the space that you are meant to take up. Like, just being where you are, being a beginner, like, you get to be that beginner and be that person that you want to see in the world, because it needs to start with you. Like, you could be the first person that you conceive of doing the thing in the way that only you could do it, in the same way that I'm doing this, in only the way that I could do it. Like, I don't see anybody else like me doing it like me, if for no other reason than the fact that the algorithm just isn't putting the people that look like me in my feed. But in any case, I'm not seeing it. I'm allowing myself to be it, to be the first person that I think is doing things like this, showing up like this, saying what I have to say, and just being a beginner. Yeah, you get to be a beginner. You get to start, you get to do it messy, you get to do it scared and uncomfortable, and it's a privilege. It's part of the process. It's just, if you hope to get to that place down the line where you're really good at the thing and you're a fucking badass and you're just really good at the thing that you want to do, and you have become that like next level version of yourself, like, you can't get there without being a beginner. You can't get there without being shitty at that thing. Just come to terms with it and allow yourself to take up as much space as you need to. yeah, just breathe through it. It's okay to be embarrassing. It's okay to be cringe. Just be present and go for it. And show up for it every day. There's nothing else to it. Okay, I think that's what I have for this. I hope that's all I have for this. I don't want to have to do this again and feel like this resistance. Unfortunately, it will probably come up again. I don't want to make any more of these videos. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.